Today I'm gonna be sharing with you about business presentation pressure. What to do if you have no time. Let's find out. So by the way, if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't miss out on future videos. So what is the pressure situation really? Well, it usually means you have no time to prepare and practice your presentation, or you have very little time, right? It's when your manager suddenly says you have to deliver a presentation now, or in 1 hour, or in 3 hours, or the customer says it, or even the potential investors say it, if you're looking for that. But usually you have very little time. So how can we maximize that very little time that you do have? Tip number 1 will go exactly against what you think I'm going to say, but do not calm down. Again, do not calm down. Yeah, conventional wisdom will tell you you want to calm down. You do not want to calm down. Instead, you want to use that pressure. If you have no time, you have no time. Okay? And you want to use the pressure really to get focused and get ready as fast as possible. Okay? Don't calm down. Use that nervous, being in a hurry energy to get things done. Number 2, use the 80-20 principle for your contents. You want to go through your contents, you want to go through your slides and ask yourself, out of all the contents that I have, what are the 20% that make all the difference? What are the most important 20%? And you also want to ask yourself, what does my audience really want to know? And it's usually just a magical 20%. Now this is so brilliant because it really helps you either if you have too much content and you cannot remember everything, you can cut it short to just a magical 20%, right? And you skip everything else basically. If you don't have contents, that's the other beauty, you just think about what are these 20 most important percent that I absolutely have to prepare, absolutely have to deliver. Which brings us to tip number 3. And that is rehearse at least once. When you have your 20% contents done, the most important contents you should deliver that you know well enough, you gotta rehearse at least once. Yeah, more is better, but at least once. You gotta fit that somehow into your time planning. And by the way, reading is not rehearsing. Reading through your slide, looking through your slides, even if you do it 100 times, it is not rehearsing. Yeah, this is a presentation, my friend. This is not you're reading out a book. No, you got to deliver it, okay? You got to deliver it with passion, with energy. So you got to practice. So you got to stand up and you at least put your laptop there and then go through your presentation and deliver it. Feel the words, feel the timing. Stand up and practice. Tip number 4, just before your presentation, you want to do 20 jumping jacks. Hopefully better ones than I'm doing right now. 20 jumping jacks. And I know what you're thinking right now. You think, what are you talking about, Ben? This is about a presentation. Yeah, this is not a warm-up for exercise. Here's what 20 jumping jacks will do. Yeah, and I want you to test it out right now actually. You can do it while you're watching me or do it right after the video, but test it out. What you're gonna figure out if you do 20 jumping jacks, 2 things will happen. Number 1, your energy will go up, which is for most presentations exactly what you want. Number 2, your nervousness will what? Will go down because you have released some of that stress. So just before your presentation, find an empty place. An empty place, do your 20 jumping jacks just before you go to deliver. And last tip, number 5, once you're in the room, you got to find your spot and you have to center yourself. Yeah, because what happens? You want to be early in the room. You want to be there at least 10 minutes early. You want to check out the room, check out the setup. And then when you start your presentation, you want to find your spot. Yeah, and you want to look at the room and decide where would that spot be. The best spot if you're in the room is where you can see the audience easily and you can turn to your slides. Audience slides, audience slides. You want to have a good balance there, that you look at both continuously back and forth, right? If you're online, you want to center yourself in your seating position. You want to have everything nicely set up early. And then the most important thing, you got to speak at a normal speaking speed. Because here's what has been happening so far, right? You probably rushed through everything. True? You probably, if you followed what I suggested, and I think you do, you found your 20% contents, that's the most important one, based on the 80-20 principle. True? And you minimized it or you created it, either way. And then you've rehearsed to be better at your delivery, so you can feel the words, you know the timing. Wonderful, right? And then you did your jumping jacks. But my guess is, if you have very little time, you rushed through it all. And that is okay. When you arrive at the room, and again, it doesn't matter if it's a physical room or if it's online via Zoom, MS Teams, whatever, you gotta calm yourself a little bit down at that point and speak at a normal speed. Because what I see with a lot of presenters, you know, and in my workshops as well, some people create their presentation kind of last minute before the training. And then what happens? They speak so fast, right? And we can hardly understand a word. So you got to center yourself and then speak at a normal speaking speed. So comment down below on time, share with me what has been your experience with last minute high pressure presentations where you had very little time. Yeah, which of these tips that you heard from me today are you going to use? Which one did you find most useful? You can share with me as well. Yeah, and by the way, if you haven't done it yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're new here. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And most importantly, I really look forward to seeing you for the next video.